Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Last time, we got stolen away by Byakuya. And he took us to the front main hall where we got e-handbooks of the recently deceased students, as well as confirmation, not confirmation, but pretty much confirmation, that Toko is Genocide Jack. Hi, Hifumi. And Fromi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another set of police for me! Evidence, what did you find? I can't reveal it just yet.
That's it! I'm sure of it!
But I guarantee that what I find will steal the killer's breath out of his lungs. You hear about that? Yes, Miss Lugenberg says she witnessed something worthwhile too. But she said,
Well, it would seem...
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies a boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so we're Celeste now. We're her by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? I'll check out the boys' locker room. The boy band! That's not for band. Their boy band called Tornado. But how does it seem to quite fit in the boys' locker room? A strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Over here. Let's move the lockers. Guess not. Alright, then we're out of here. Where'd that weight even come from? I don't see loose weights anywhere. Cool stuff. Very cute. Hello. Keeps calling Chihiro dude. Dude really had a complex about being weak. Did Chihiro talk about how he needs to get tough? We already talked to... Hi! Hey, Kyoko. You made your progress in your investigation. Generally speaking.
However...
Let's keep going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Besides the investigation. What is it?
Well...
Nothing you need to worry about. But that's a chain the murder.
So then...
Before I go, I need to give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. I want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's all. I could pray for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. Taking a look at the body then. Chihiro's handbook is missing. Definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's EA handbook has been added to the truthful section of the handbook. What's laying on the carpet? And then the dumbbell. But where did the dumbbell come from? Poster. Well, it doesn't know where to park, but this new model is pretty noticeable too. This locker room does seem like the kind of place to see something like this. Poster in the other locker room is. They play something strange about it. And they're also like super creased. So I think there was a swap-a-rooney. The boys' locker room. A poster of popular boy band. Poster of big breasted swimsuit model. Posters be squat. They wore wide, but reading what they have. We can talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Locker room posters. I'm sure that it's just a red herring. Hey, Sakura. Spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms ever switched?
I'm sorry.
I can't really say. I really pay attention to the posters. I see.
However,
There is something that's been bothering me about this locker room. Does he like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising? Okay, sounds fair. Yeah, protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. He makes protein part of the coffee. I down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room. Left to stain. Stain. I don't see any stain on the carpet now. Because they switched the rooms! So the killer would have to be a boy. A boy killed Chihiro in the boys' locker room. And then swapped it. To keep up the appearance that Chihiro's a girl.
of course.
Interesting. Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I would assume someone came along and cleaned it up. Still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain to begin with. Nice! This appearing stain has been added to the truth bullet section. Alright, my guy. I decided to examine the body once more. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Gotta give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Her hands are bound with, looks like some kind of rope. Whoever used to prop... Not her. Prop them up. At a crucifix position. Oh, it's the extension cord. Maybe it was Byakuya. And because of Toko's split personality, he's trying to pin it on Toko. Oh, if Byakuya died right now, I'd be happy. Wait, so then, this isn't the proper at all. The more I think about it, the more that's the only thing that concerns me. The hero's fatal injury was a blow to the head. He was someone that struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's an issue of her being suspended and a fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. Yeah, they're suspended with scissors. And they were also killed with scissors. What does it all mean? It says that the dead body has been added to the truthful section of the handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together. True nature of the world that was used to suspend the hero. Figured that out, there's a certain place I need to go revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. I guess we're done here. I didn't mean to start it over again. I'm so sorry. Okay, we need to leave. Bye, Fumi. Oop, wrong way. You're free! And I noticed that too, that it was gone. No. No. It won't turn on. It's not plugged in. This cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet. If he was using an Yakuya was using an extension cord. No extension cord here now. I know where it is. Let's look at the case file again and get out of here. I know it's around here somewhere. Gone. I'll take it out of the archive. The other one who just isn't like that. Think of anyone but Byakuya. Jerk. Homie ruins everything. I don't want to have to find Byakuya. I don't want to have to talk to Byakuya. Hi.
How unfortunate.
And maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Oh, buddy. Damn it. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Though because I wasn't strong, I'm so sorry, Taka. I'm so sorry. You really did your best. Miss Celeste is at the warehouse right now. Going to Fumi anyway. Look, we never went back inside of the bathhouse after the competition. Because even though, like, some things are, like, waterproof, lots of things aren't, like, heat resistant. So I'm gonna... Maybe they destroyed it in the, like, hot water. Look in here, and then I'll look in the incinerator. To see if they may have just used heat to break it, but not, like, destroy it, you know? This is hiding in here. Why not? Their room, maybe? We're going to talk to Celeste. Is it Ludenberg? Hello. Celeste, what are you doing here? The bath is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels. There's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might distract you, but I see it was pointless. Then did you find something? Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw him. I saw her here. The hero was in the warehouse. What, really?
indeed.
But right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. She had broken our rule. None of this would have ever happened. Get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, go to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. The strange thing is, there's no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste's account has been added to the truthful section of the handbook. Okay. What else do we need to look at?
Actually, indeed.
I didn't mean it.
Oh,
Are you
what?
Because
Oh, well,
My hair is so
Yes,
blue in cutscenes. How come we can't look inside? These are those jackets. Alright, I'm leaving. Bye, Celeste. I have to go check the incinerator. Oh, wait, Sakura did that already. Okay. Oh, that's Sayaka. Alright. Let's go to Toko. Toko's room. I'm gonna leave her alone for now. Where is everybody? I think that's just what I need. I need to talk to everybody. I need to go to the kitchen. Oh, for Hina! You got it. Hello? My hand is in the wrong spot. Owie! Owie! Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out and she just keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. Left her? My head a little swimmy. I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry, I would head back as soon as I'm done eating. It was not exactly pleasant, but I'm so worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. The two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
She was a bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. Except that even though you had invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. It's kind of weird to be shy around your own, but totally fine with the opposite sex. Ooh, wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I'm really sorry, that kind of girl. Auri's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Ah, no! Ding dong bing bong! I don't want to ding dong bing bong right now.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial!
I'm kind of excited to see the execution.
You remember where to meet, right?
Red doors.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
We're gonna be down another member. In the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door, it's right through here. I'm ready. So, is everyone ready to what? Look blind or missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Choco's not here. And Choco is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
I'm kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget about that little nut job? She's a critical part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her here kicking and screaming. One moment, please. Just like he said a few minutes later, reappeared dragging Choco behind him. I told him I didn't want to. Oh, promise me. I believe he would drag a girl around. Terrible. It's terrible. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle into the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
The show will get going. Time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. They were so gentle, so calm and unique. Nobody had any problems with them. So I made the choice to kill a person like that. The murderer is one of us. So it's standing right here. Last time they were standing over here, so I'm guessing that's less than one of them. That is something odd with Toko's behavior. I don't think their shock is enough to explain it. Alright, let's just head. Chris will not reply. One last deep breath, I walk into the elevator with shaky legs. As I step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. Couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. Oh, it was a lot emptier. I think after this class trial, I'm gonna start hanging out with Mondo. He's a cool dude. Steel blocks sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As they went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. Yeah, because this time I really don't know. The elevator was unaffected, however. Continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Get this over with.
Very nice.
Good, you're raring to go. I gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly fate. Say deadly one more time. There we go. A deadly class trial. I would like to save. Thank you. The bizarre class trial begins again. Why was Chihiro murdered? Is the killer hiding within the... What? Could the killer possibly be one of us? God. Is there any hope to be found in this series of murders? Open the handbook. Let's check out our truth bullets. Good God. Well, there's a couple less than before. But that kinda doesn't help when you don't know what's happening. Got our skills. Anything focus. Increase your focus gauge by 5. Ooh, it's already on. Well, excuse me. We have 2 left. I guess that's all we get. Alright, well. Let's get started. While all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, I have to make clear what to use to deliver the fatal blow. Oh, we don't get it short this time. Oh, God. Make your argument. Other room dumbbell. Alright, well. Hold on. How do I...
Chihiro.
How do I... Left mouse button to fire. Okay. Target a weak spot, press a hold the left mouse button. Weak spot to temporary truth bullet. What? White noise. Okay. Well, that's gonna suck. So space is concentration, and I shoot with my gun.
It appears it was a head wound.
It was.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But
Oh, the focus
kind
gauge.
of blunt instrument could it have been?
Ah! There's some truth that country is so sad. No, I was trying to agree.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong! Oh, no, that's wrong, sorry.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Literally, Aoi, how else would we know?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Please look at who's talking.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Oh, Byakuya. Please take charge. Let no one else speak.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
How could they make him sound like he's trying to be, like, enthusiastic about it, but also so mundane? Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element was added to the non-stop debate. This debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. These bullets will disappear if they hit the lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. It's a way to keep the white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attack with the silencer, which can shoot the white noise. If you shoot an actual remark, the silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim, and have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. I don't know if it's on gentle. I think I have it on regular. There's a Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. Sure.
Nope.
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong!
No, it's wrong!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
It's a little kind of fucking weird.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Food lust.
God, I hate you.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I've been trying to place his voice, and I think I've finally got it. Has anyone seen 50% off? It's from Free. And it's from Octopimp. And he uses, like, assets and stuff from the anime Free. This is the voice of Haru. And it was bothering me so much. Like, why does he sound familiar? It's Haru. Characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. It is... position.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
But it's with scissors.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
Doesn't it sound like Haru? It's just in my brain. And I don't think it is, but it's in my brain.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
Oh no.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Way to bury the lead, my guy. Oh, wow.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie! What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Bloodophobia is a great name for it.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
I feel it, Yasuhiro. Turtle for sure. I think I understand it. What it means to be Genocide Jack. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not be Toko. But multiple. Yeah, split personality, my guy. Oh no, please. I can't spell. What? What could this possibly be? I'm gonna pick an S. Oh, that's rude.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
I've decided that I want to do the class trials all in one go. So this is about to be a long one. Buckle up, folks.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Are we sure? Something that shows Toko could have split personality. It has to do with her behavior.
I got it!
Changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I am so excited to meet a serial killer. I'm fine. Is that a dead body? Hey, you dead? Chihiro's hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom. A sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
This makes me feel bad for Toko. Most of the time, those that, at least from what I have read, so I could be mistaken, but those that have split personalities have them for a very specific reason. So the fact that Toko's could be a serial killer makes me feel very bad for Toko.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack take control. I'll just wipe out the killer. Wipe out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
This is so messed up.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
This is so messed up. I'm so sorry, honey.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
Kill him.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
No, honey, no.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack take control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
Toko, that was a bad way to promise.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but...
I think we need to talk to the other personality, Toko.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Byakuya, shut up.
I hate you.
Thank you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean...
Hifumi was like, oh god. Toko's body suddenly lunged backward. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second... Who do we have?
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Yes, it is! Oh my, Genocide Jill.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
So maybe the 16 seeds are because Toko has 2 personalities? So there's technically 2 ultimates.
What the fuck is this?
Come on down, we just...
What happened to you?
Toko, we just...
Not Toko! That's a loser name! And what happened is a textbook split personality! So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Yes! I'm so happy!
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body!
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
So I'm guessing you're the sun? This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you! I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
I don't fully agree with that.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
I don't believe it.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
You're making a lot of assumptions today, Byakuya.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very very, very interesting.
I'm sure he's wrong.
But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Yep, because of scissors. If there's anything I learned from playing video games and watching terrible movies, is that murderers are very strict with what they use and how they do it, especially serial killers.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. She said, "Need more details about all this." We're spinning! Make your argument. Status of the dead body. There were no scissors.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Guess we're just gonna look at words we don't know and hope for the best. They're gonna reach a hero's body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong! Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Please.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
I don't see a problem. Maybe my taste is garbage, but I don't see a problem.
This is no creation of mine!
Let me rephrase that, in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
The clear difference between the murders. Scissors! Even in Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. The clear difference is... I got it! Fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
I know, I'm enjoying it. Please do it more.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
The second difference is related to how she was suspended. Photos of the other Genocide Jack cases where the victims were stabbed through their hands. What was used to suspend the body?
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Extension cord, they tried.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
I love that for you, Genocide Jill.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
I want to know what else.
Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Oh, because Makoto.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. Spider surrounded the Genocide Jack victims and Chihiro didn't fit. Look at the names of the victim. What you'll notice is, I figured it out. I'm gonna kill Chihiro.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Even though that's not... Chihiro's not?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
I love you!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
We already read all the names. You don't need my butcher.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Embarrassed.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That's so valid.
That does make some amount of sense. Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
You have some with you?
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Do you have the... This is important. Special investigation. Do you have the scissors?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Please. 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 Yes!
She's fully equipped!
And you're sitting right next to her, buddy.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
Also, I like what her hair is doing. Very nice.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can you gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yes.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
It was Byakuya. That is one person. Copy Genocide Jack cases. Leon.
Here's my answer.
Here's my answer.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
So if you could please kill him next, I'd appreciate it.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yes.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
They just could have grabbed me. The locker rooms. Suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Suspicious. It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
If we shut up.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
The fact that he already knew that it was a girl.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
I love it. Oh, Chihira's portrait's so short. My tradition with Byakuya just said, to include everyone. Your element has been added to non-stop. I don't want to know. An aesthetic called Truth Flashback. Take aim at a weak point and hold down the left mouse button. You'll memorize the weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. Should I change the truth bullet? It will disappear from your truth cylinder. You can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have an answer to a line or contradiction in the loaded truth bullets, it wants to memorize a different weak spot and use it to make a case. It's the best time for a flashback. You'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I'll say if you don't use a flashback, you will be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument as we're spinning. Monokuma File 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before you found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
I'll shoot you in the face.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Literally, what is wrong with you?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird, but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
There was no time. What's so strange? Wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Shoot!
Yeah, I'd rather...
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
No, he's wrong!
Yeah, it's wrong! I botched it.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Please do.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? He's a dick. Like he doesn't even care. I'm recording, but he's acting like he has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
I don't think he actually committed the murder. I think he just messed with the crime scene. It's the cord. Oh my god! We're spinning again! We don't need a link, we need the extension cord.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body. But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
No,
That's right! It absolutely was!
No.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Get bent. No, it's wrong!
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
The way he said it, like it's revolutionary. Fucking kill.
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He did it again. He's one of the calm, far them concerned. As if he's not even involved. Not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
No.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I don't think he did.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
As one does.
What about all that bothers you?
Wait. Was that just now? Something's not right. His body's definitely found in the girls' locker room. What does that mean? Accept what Byakuya said as the truth? I don't think so. It's definitely something about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Shut up!
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? And the source suddenly moved to the crime scene. Byakuya, you've been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Coffee stain and, poster. This shows the murder took place somewhere else.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
He said it!
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved to boys' locker room.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
You're so close, Celeste.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, please.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Could really have gotten at the boys' locker room somehow. The Ian handbooks. The extra ones. Oh, that too.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong!
You're so close. Yes, Chihiro, you're so close.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Shut up. Is that it? Or was killed in the girls' locker room? Byakuya was the one that did it? Really? I don't know what else I could do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
What?
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Before I even know what's happening, the last trial had been put on hold. We had it off, Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
I think I'm gonna end here. Since the class trial is currently on recess. I'm gonna end this episode here. And then next time we'll see who actually done it. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.